So I was just sitting here with Yuki when I heard a weird noise. It exploded. I don't know if you can see it very well. Look at it. We didn't fill them all the way up so it wouldn't be too full, but apparently it was still too full. So these flew into the door, like that area, and fell out when I opened it. But we're gonna be taking these out now and cleaning out the freezer apparently. Okay, so there are lots of little glass pieces. I don't know if you can see them very well in here, so we'll finish wiping that off. But it was the lid. It literally just broke off. How odd. Was not expecting that. Like I said, we didn't fill it full to make sure that something like this wouldn't happen, but whatever. We have the others in the cooler, so hopefully they'll stay cold. And yeah, we'll just keep on cleaning.
We are driving up. Well, for one, we should start over. We decided to go camping, and so we just packed up a bunch of shit, and so we decided to go camping and just packed up a bunch of stuff. And we've been driving up some canyon roads to try to find a spot where we could maybe park the vehicle and then just maybe go in 100 yards or something. We currently drove up this ridiculously long canyon road, which led us up to here. I don't see any spots in which we will be able to pull off the road. I mean, we're in a parking lot right now, but it goes over the hill, so we're gonna have to look at the map and try to figure it out.
So place number 1. He's not automatically turning around, so that means there might be a spot. It's so steep and my shoes aren't on. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Run to the other side.
His only concern about this area.
Well, is our vehicle getting towed?
It doesn't say you can't park there overnight.
So you just heard a car. We're only like 150 feet from the friggin' road, which is right over there. But you think we'd be really deep in the woods. I guess we can see.
Can you like put a bullet or like a Killian made a decision. He is tired of looking for a spot anymore. So we're going to the beach. Ta-da! So we found our old spot that we were at last time. So I'm working on redigging it out. But we realized we forgot our matches to heat up our food. So Killian is right there, walking all the way back to the car to go get it. And he's so hungry. So he has been in better moods, but we will get to eat soon and we'll have a nice fire soon. So it'll all be okay. But poor Killian.
So, it's been a heck of a day. Looked for a campsite for far too long. Went down to the beach like we said. Way like a mile or probably a few miles that way. We went to this one location. Horse flies like crazy, just crazy. So now we're actually at the same fire pit that we were that one night that we had a fire. Found it again and dug it back out. And so Giovanna dug this out because when we got here, we have our little propane thing to heat up some leftovers, which is some like pasta. Some like pasta type stuff with, well, it's meat, mushrooms, carrots, and rice noodles. Anyways, of course we get all the way frickin' over here and we forget anything to start the propane. So then I hoofed it all the way back to the parking lot, which is that way, and got the matches, just lit this. We have the wood, which is not chopped, so I'm gonna have to do that before we can start a fire. Drinks, packed some lemonades, are frozen solid, blocks of ice. I mean, really, overall, great day. Great day. Only up from here.
What went wrong? What went right?
Out here on the beach, drinking a beer. A root beer. We have plenty of food, you know, without the frozen drinks. It's taking a while to heat up. No shock there because we don't have a lid. Probably not a bad idea to invest in one. Honestly, invest in a different pan with a lid. So I'm going to start chopping some wood, trying to, so that at least that'll be ready. Sun is going down or down. It's somewhere over here. It's pretty cloudy though. So no stars for tonight. Getting our spaghetti and the steak bits and the mushrooms and carrots.
Eat fast. Eat what's hot fast, then we can throw it back on. Kind of what I'm thinking.
Thawing out our drinks, hopefully. Fire just started, a little smoky.
Bag of Costco chips.
So the fire basically put itself out because we couldn't chop any of the wood with the hatchet because, shocking, it's really hard to put any force into chopping wood on sand. Fun fact, I ordered an axe that was supposed to be here Thursday that got delayed. That was then supposed to be here today, but then got delayed. So would have had that axe, but didn't. Anyways, fire went out. So I had the crumbs basically inside of a tortilla chip bag. So I started it on fire with the propane and threw it in the I mean, it just went up in flames. It was fantastic. All those dry chips in the oil and, oh yeah, and the smoke smelled very good, actually. Yummy. So threw that under there and That's all it took. Partial bag of tortilla chips. It is the next day after yesterday. Looks like there's snow on the ground, but I think it's just cotton. Yep. Cotton. We are doing a trail called Killian's Ridge. It's spelled different, but that's how we're gonna pronounce it. If you haven't noticed already, I don't know what the camera's picking up, but it's gonna be a windier day, but that'll feel kind of nice because it's still supposed to be in the middle 80s. Yesterday was almost 100. Even when we were driving home and it was like 11 o'clock at night, it was still 88 degrees. It's pretty toasty. But we had to park about half a mile away from where the trailhead starts because it walks through private property, which I'm sure you can see in the background. We are on the trail, finally. Both pretty tired already. Did actually a decent amount of walking yesterday, carrying a bunch of shit multiple times. But some bikers up there. It is nice and breezy in here and shaded, so with any luck it'll kind of stay like this.
First water crossing.
So we came to a four-way intersection. And realized we've done this trail before. We came up a different direction last time and then took the turn that we took. But where we went before was all the way out to there, that point. So instead, we're just gonna go to the first major ridgeline and then have lunch there instead. So this trail has a ton of vegetation. And obviously flowers, which I'm pretty sure I probably put in the video. But we're not sure if this is the same trail that we did last time or not, because we don't recall this much. And although it was like a month ago and a lot of stuff has grown in that time frame, it is the same. Right? Look, Giovanna. Isn't it?
I don't know.
Or
I feel like it's different.
I feel like we're closer. Right? I don't think we were that close to the...
Yeah, I think it's different.
So we think it's different, but similar. Different but similar. Because all those broken timbers we called out in that one video, but it was a lot farther away. And now we're a lot closer. And again, even though stuff has grown a lot, I mean, I don't know. I remember this log, but it literally could have just grown this much stuff, and that's why it looks so different. So we figured it out. We are on the same trail, except we're going to Killian's Ridge instead of Killian's Lookout. So the thing that I pointed at the beginning was the lookout. We're going to the ridge, which is the first ridge that you come on, which is still like 0.6 of a mile. I thought we were closer, but John wants me to feel these leaves. Very waxy, probably to help retain water. That all being said, it looked so different this entire time because literally all of the leaf trees weren't in bloom like this. And so the sheer amount of green and the trail basically closing in on itself is why it looks so different, because before there was still snow up on these mountaintops, and that was 3-4 weeks ago. Snow is still up on all these mountaintops, and I mean, even out there, there's barely any.
Desert bushes had no leaves.
Yeah, these bushes had no leaves even up here. The wind is whipping on the other side of this ridge, which is where we just came from. We had about a half a mile towards the end. We were hungry, so we just went off the trail and came up and over here a couple 100 yards. We're gonna have lunch on this side of the ridge because there's a lot less wind. It's probably, I don't even know. It's extremely windy on their side. So yeah, we'll have lunch here.